I'm Jessica and you're watching Modern Homestead, Alaska. Today, my amazing husband helped me finish building out this mudroom, or Alaska room if you will, that gives me full access to my basement where our main heat source is. We did a whole bunch of painting and we installed some handrails so that we could move on to the next project. All of that and more as soon as we head right through that door. Let's go.
Doesn't work. Right there.
Yep, you want the leveler.
I need 83 and 5/16.
Screw gun.
We'll get the screw gun. That's 68 and 5/8. Right there.
It's next to you.
Nail it.
It's straight.
Yep. Nail it. Need some screws up there. Oh, crap.
What?
I didn't pay attention.
Oh, just do the last one like this. Because she did those two like that. We are rescrewing that. It's not that big of a deal.
Huh?
It's not that big of a deal.
Crap! You want me to fix it?
No, I don't want holes in these.
Ah, Aaron.
It's a lot of support for gloves.
You just tell them we did it on purpose. Long support on the outside, middle.
That's exactly what I'll tell them, if anyone notices. So I am going to paint this to match the inside of the house, partly because this is a mistake gallon of paint and it's the same color as our inside, but it's flat, white, or flat, agreeable gray, and our garage is all in flat paint. So I am gonna paint this accent wall area in the same color, and then we'll do some black out here, and then that way the garage, at least this mudroom area, mimics the inside of the house. I got all of this priming done yesterday. That's very exciting. All the way along this side. The steps are primed. It is ready. And what we're actually going to be painting with today is black, but it is a porch patio floor paint. So this paint is meant and intended to be walked on. That's why we only got 1 gallon of it. It is very expensive in comparison to the other paints. And then what we're hoping to happen is, if you've seen the inside of our house, our entryway, it looks just like this, but it's in black. But all of our walls are in this color, agreeable gray. All of our trim is in white. And so I'm just taking those same colors and doing a little play on them in the garage. However, everything that is high traffic, the door is constantly touched, the floor is walked on, the steps are stepped on, all of that is going to be black in hopes, fingers crossed, that I can keep some of that dirt and mud and muck and handprints and all that comes in with the Alaska lifestyle out of the house, and then not show up so badly on this door. This door was primed. Cody and I found that in our basement when the house was being drywalled. So there was drywall dust everywhere, and we were trying to keep it a little bit warm inside so that the mud would dry. And Cody and I found this door in the basement. It was never intended to be a long-term door, but it is what it is. So it was that hideous brown. It was so dirty because our basement was a dirt floor. I'm not kidding. And it was nasty. And we just stuck this door in. I don't even know if until yesterday I had ever even washed. That's so shameful, the outside of that door. So it's now primed. It looks great, even primed. We're gonna get painted. I have all of these little hooks. I'm using a longer screw than what came with them because I actually want it to go into the backing that's behind this and then through the wood. So hopefully with the big coats and jackets and everything that we wear here, these hooks will stay on the wall. After I installed these hooks, I also added these baskets to the top of the shelf. The baskets and everything that you see we already had. We simply brought them from the pantry to out here, and now we are able to try and catch as much snow, mud, and muck from living this Alaska life as possible without being dragged into the house. I also added these same trays that you see at our front door. They are wonderful. The snow off of the boots and everything that melts gets caught in those trays, and it's a whole lot easier to clean up than it is trying to use a vacuum or something like that. The hooks are amazing. They work really, really well, and they are just barely tall enough for my husband and boys who are all over 6 foot tall, but we are able to actually hang all of their Carhartts and their coveralls out here in the garage to dry and so on. We added the boot dryer. It dries boots and gloves and things like that. It puts off a little bit of a humming noise, so I don't love it in the house, so it's fantastic that it can go out here where the mud is. We went ahead and put the small deep freeze. We had gotten it this summer, and I just use it for regular everyday things that I want to run out here and grab to cook, as well as some quick fast food type things. And it makes my life a little bit easier to have it here as opposed to running to the basement where we keep all of our long and overflow food storage. I moved the cheese fridge that was also in my pantry out here, and that is also amazing because it just gives me a little more space on the entrance in here inside of the pantry. We are not settled on how and what we're going to store on that side of this big deck, but as we do, we'll figure it out and it will work with our lifestyle. The steps being black are now not showing everything. It is wonderful. It's all working really well. So for the rest of the video, let's head to the basement where the heat source actually is, and we'll install some handrail and finish those steps as well. These are the stairs that my husband and sons built for me in the spring to have access to the heater down here in the basement. They are completely unfinished wood, and so I'm gonna just do the same thing to them that I did in the garage to the unfinished wood. I am going to prime and paint this so that it maybe isn't necessary. They show every step mark. They are also not going to hold up to wear and tear the same way. And with a little bit of primer and paint, we should be able to protect these steps a little bit better for the long haul. A lot of times you would cover or have something on them. They wouldn't just be the exposed wood. We're not 1000% on what we're doing in this basement as far as the stairs go. Are we gonna finish them off? Are we gonna close them? Is there gonna be storage? There's a million questions that we don't have answered, but I want what is here to last as long as possible. So I'm gonna throw some paint and primer on here, and then we're gonna install the handrail. We're cleaning the handrail with some acetone before we paint it. Otherwise, the oil that's on this pipe, the paint won't actually stick to it. Here we are. We have made it to our final day. I'm gonna get the black paint on everything that I have primed here behind me. And then we're gonna get the handrail that I scrubbed. I have showered twice and it is still underneath my nails, but I did manage to get all of that black, nasty oil stuff off, and I did paint the additional pieces, and we're gonna get it all installed. But first, we have to finish the black paint, and this official project is over. Because it's black, there's so much pigment in it that I do give it a really good stir and mix every single time that I use it.
I shut this down about 10 o'clock last night, and there's still some chunks in here, you know, good pulls, leftover wood. So this one we're gonna get a few smaller pieces in, and we're gonna get a hot burn going this morning, kind of burn out some of that creosote.
There's 3 pieces to the handrail. This flat piece is what's going to go on the wall. And then I have a 2-sided male connector because this is a female, and then the 90 that goes on it is a female. And so I painted these black. Some of them were like super silver or whatever last night. And so they're gonna twist these on. This attaches to the wall, and then the poles that I cleaned last night attach to this, and then the whole thing goes up the stairs.
It should be here off of the thing. I want the top of the rail 36. Okay. So 36 there.
Right here?
Yeah. Sure.
I was able to finish the stairs last night. The handrail is sturdy and amazing, and I am so happy with how this project turned out. I bet you're wondering why there's still no door at the top of the stairs. Aaron came to me, he had an issue with the idea of just building it out of wood. And what he really wanted to see happen was a fire-rated door being between the garage and the house. His reason is, that's why it's bedroom, right above us. And if a fire were to break out in our garage, we need to do the best thing we could possible and extend the burn time to give our son time to escape. So with that, here in Alaska, we don't actually deal with code or inspections or permitting the same way that you do in the lower 48. So we could have just put a wood door in and said, so be it. Aaron felt, and I went along with it because I think he is absolutely right. We need to do the best thing we can for our family and our homestead. And if that means waiting 4 to 6 weeks for someone to build a fire-rated door in the strange dimension, we're gonna wait the 4 to 6 weeks for that door. So I close out, there is no door, but I'm totally cool with the decision that we made. With that, thank you for being here today. If you would like to help the channel out, the best way you can do that is by liking, subscribing, and sharing our videos with others. And until next time, be blessed. I'll see you soon.